Praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rika, Kodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, all right? In the spirit today, I'm in Deuteronomy 13:1. It says, if there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and give thee a sign or a wonder, and the sign or a wonder come to pass, whereof he spake unto thee, saying, let us go after other gods or other powers, which thou hast not known, and let us serve them. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams, for Yahweh your power proveth you, to know whether ye love Yahweh your power with all your heart or mind, and with all your soul. All right, so when we got to be able to detect these false prophets, people. Yahweh Shai said that many shall come in my name, and that's what you have now. You have all these different doctrines, philosophies that are not according to the scriptures. So we as the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you have to be able to discern, what a false prophet is and what an idol is. You can't go off into some other gods, and serve them. So in America, there's all kind of gods offered and idols. All kinds of, and anything could be an idol. Whatever you give your power to, or whatever you worship, that's your idol. It could be your wife. It could be your money. It could be your, whatever it is, something vain. It could be a fake deity, like Jesus Christ, or which is made up during the Renaissance. Those are all examples of idols and other gods that we're not to serve as the Israelites. Verse 4: Ye shall walk after Yahweh your power, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice, and ye shall serve him and cleave unto him. So this is what we have to try to cleave to, is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and his commandments. We got to keep the commandments to the best of our ability while we're here in Babylon, in America. The commandments, this is something that we come into remembrance of. We learn the laws when we come in this truth, and we got to keep them to the best of our ability. And that's how you cleave to Yahweh, by keeping his commandments. Verse 5: And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he hath spoken to turn you away from Yahweh your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust thee out of the way which Yahweh thy power commanded thee to walk in. So shalt thou put evil away from the midst of thee. All right, so that's what it is. We have to remember. See, part of the remembrance is remembering that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has done for us in our past lives. He led us out of Egypt. We were being led out of Egypt. Everybody's regenerated, reincarnated. So if you're an Israelite, you were led out of Egypt, And we're supposed to remember when Yahweh took us out of Egypt. The Passover, that's an example, When you come into this knowledge and this truth, you keep the Passover. You don't celebrate the Passover, you keep the Passover, because it's a solemn holiday. But that's something that we do to remember when Yahweh took us out of Egypt. All right? Verse 6: If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or thy wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, Let us go and serve other powers or other gods, which thou hast not known, nor thy fathers. So you look at this list, it's your brother, your son, your mother, the son of thy mother, or the daughter, your wife, or your friend. Anybody could be, a bad, wicked, evil influence, including your wife, including your kids, including your brother. You if it's not with according to the scripture, then that's something we should know better, just to stay away from. You don't give no homage or honor to any other gods or powers except for Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, verse 7. Namely, of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth even to the other end of the earth. See, the people which are round about you. So all these people around us, serving false idols, false powers, false gods. You can't let these people influence you, because you got to remember, the majority of these people are either going to be of the 2/3 or they're going to be of the heathen. Verse 8. Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. All right? So these people who are against this truth, you're not supposed to feel sorry for them. You're not supposed to listen to them. You don't want to go to the counsel of the wicked. If you're going through you're going through the fire, you're going through some issues, and you need you need to talk to somebody. You ain't gonna talk to the heathen or the 2/3. That's the counsel of the wicked. You're not gonna consent to him. You see. And it says, But thou shalt surely kill him, thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. You see, and we can't go around killing people here in Babylon. We're not, that would be foolish. But in the kingdom, someone going off like that, they're going to get put to death. You see? That's how serious of an offense this is when this is literally you breaking the very first commandment. Let's get that real quick. It's Exodus 20:2. Okay, we'll start at 2. I am Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So again, he brought us out of the land of Egypt. We should remember that. And this book says this because when we read this applies to us. This was us. We were in Egypt. We don't remember being in Egypt, but we were in Egypt. We were regenerated. Everybody, every soul, everything is regenerated. Tells you that in Ecclesiastes, the first chapter. Everything is renewed. Verse 3, Thou shalt have no other powers before me. There it is. That's the very first commandment. Thou shalt have no other gods before me, or no powers before Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So you're breaking the first commandment when when you're in violation of this law. And you have all kind of types of different people close to you that, they're not in the truth. And, if they don't follow you, because you should be a leader if you're in this truth as a man of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the people around you, naturally you should be a leader because you have this knowledge that they don't have. So it should be in your spirit to lead, and you shouldn't be following any of these other, these people. The only people, and we don't follow the brothers, but we that's where our counsel is. If we need help with advice or a question, or even help just physically, generally speaking, need some help, we go to the brotherhood. Because why? If we go to the brotherhood, we know that it's going to be according to the scripture. Whatever your advice is, or whatever you're talking about, the basis always goes back to the scripture with the brotherhood. We don't go to the counsel of the wicked, which that could be anybody, like that list we just read, Deuteronomy 13. Could be your brother, could be your mother, could be your children, could be your wife. You see, let's get 10, 13 and 10. It says, "And thou shalt stone him with stones, and that he die, because he hath sought to thrust thee away from the Lord thy power, Yahweh, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage." So that's how serious that commandment is. In the kingdom, is somebody trying to make you go off, or trying to teach you another God, another power, this person is going to get stoned to death. That's a serious violation. He's trying to persuade you into going to another way, that which is not the way of this truth. That's a severe violation. It's like adultery. Adultery is a severe violation, right? Let's see, verse 11. And really, that's spiritual adultery, when you're going off on to other powers, other gods, other idols. And again, idolatry is not limited to just gods or powers. It could be anything. Could be a woman. Could be your riches, your money, Verse 11, "And all Israel shall hear and fear, and shall do no more any such wickedness as this is among you." You see that when, it'd be like a public event. When you stone somebody in the kingdom, it's going to be a public event. Because Israel's going to know, they're like, oh shit. They're going to literally witness with their own eyes the person who, is in violation of trying to influence somebody from Israel to worship another god. They're going to get stoned it'll be a public event. So all Israel is going to hear about it. All Israel is going to witness it, and they're going to fear. They're going to know better than to go off than to doing wicked things like that. Right now, these laws are not being kept in Babylon. That's why you have so much wickedness, and that's why you literally have, this is a violation that happens every second in America. Our people going after other powers, other gods, because they've been influenced by all the wickedness around them. And this is why the men, we sigh and cry for this shit, because we see everything around us, and we're the ones who are mourning, in a state of mourning, because we're the ones coming into this understanding and this knowledge. So it makes us feel like, damn, like everything around us, like you just want to get rid of Babylon, America. Because this place is so fucked up. When you examine this truth, and you start to just really, really, it doesn't, you know what I mean? It's vexing. Let's get Ecclesiastes 1 and 18. "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." You see? And I should have started at 17. Let me start at 17. "And I gave my heart to know wisdom, and I know madness and folly, and I perceive that this is also a vexation of spirit." See, so even though we give our mind to know this wisdom, to understand this truth, and to know the madness and the folly, meaning these non-believers and this wickedness, this is a vexation of your spirit, and it increases sorrow. Because if you're just a heathen running around, like you have no laws, you have no commandments. That's why it doesn't bug these heathen, or the 2/3. The 2/3, they walk in the way of the heathen. So this doesn't vex their spirit. They don't get upset when they see all the wickedness around us. Like you should be, as a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and it's easy to just see the wickedness here in Babylon. All you got to do is go have lunch. Go to a little restaurant or fast food joint. Go have lunch. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have some transgender serving your food. It's crazy. It's madness, folly, like we read here. You people think this is just going to be, the kingdom. You think this is going to be the way it is in the kingdom? Then the kingdom, these people, these wicked ass people, are going to be dealt with. All right. But let me go back to Deuteronomy because I'm getting off the topic. Let's see, Deuteronomy 13 and 12. It says, "If thou shalt hear say in one of thy cities, which Yahweh thy power hath given thee to dwell there, saying, certain men of the sons of Belial," and the sons of Belial are like, it's almost like Baal, but Belial, it's consistent in the scriptures. You'll see this, the children of Belial or Belial, and basically it's just like Baal, another way. It might be directly related. I'm not sure, but I know it's wicked. Belial, sons of Belial is wicked, just like the sons of Baal. But let me keep reading. "Are gone out from among you, and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their cities, saying, let us go and serve other powers and gods which ye have not known. Then thou shalt inquire and make search and ask diligently, and behold, if it be truth, then the thing's certain that such abomination wrought among you." See, and that's why we're in this truth. When we're in this truth, whatever our elders say, and even Elder Tahar was talking about it yesterday. He was saying, you know what, whatever I say, don't believe me. He said, go search it out. Go look it up. Don't believe me. Don't believe any man, he said. That's how we got to be in this truth. You don't believe nobody until because it said every man be a liar in the scriptures. So what you need to do is you need to go research it and inquire and search diligently to see if it's the truth. That's how you test that's how you test a true prophet or man of integrity. When you search out whatever they say, then it's going to be, and you research it, it's going to be verified, Like, okay, what that man was saying was true. Verse 15. So that's what it is. Don't listen to anything I say. Go look it up for yourself. Just like Elder Apostle Tahar was saying. Verse 15. "Thou shalt surely smite the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword, destroying it utterly, and all that is therein, and the cattle thereof, and the edge of the sword." All right? So everything in the kingdom, we find a group of people going off like that, they'll all be put to death, along with their cattle. It says in the scriptures that whatever, it's in Isaiah, I think. Let me see. Let me grab this. If you don't keep the laws in the kingdom, that nation is going to perish, the scriptures says. So let's get it real quick. Bear with me.